Hello and welcome everyone to, well, basically two things. First of all, a benchmark of modded Minecraft, specifically with shaders and resource packs. And the second thing, actually, is a world tour. It's also my first time doing a voiced video. So basically, the reason why I decided to do this world tour is because my friend is going to be shutting down this server soon, and since he has actually lost access to it, this world is going to be deleted. So I wanted to kind of immortalize it into a video before I move on to making a new single-player world in which this couldn't happen again. But let's get started. I should also make it clear that this is being played at 1080p because I mean, when I try playing this in 4K, the frame rates drop to like 15 FPS. It's completely unplayable. But we're starting off the world tour in the first house that I built when I joined the server. Let me just see. So this is the first house. It actually just started as the ground floor, which has now been converted into a storage area, and as this mine shaft here. We won't be going down the mine shaft, but... And then, as I continued exploring underground, I built the house above, and then the tower that we just went through was my first enchanting area. Then over here, this is now the barn, but originally this is actually where friends of mine had a house before another friend joined the server and burned that house down. As you can see, this is where I kept the animals. I'm not sure why the resource pack isn't working. But I can't be bothered to fix that now. And then we also have these like biome, well, they're not really domes, these biome cylinders where we keep and harvest whatever type of wood we want. And then over here is our mob spawner slash farm. And obviously you can see we have a lot of sugarcane. And this was also the first farm that we made and the first nether portal. Then, moving on here, also, wait, through this door we have like a shared storage. And then through here is the second house that the friends whose first house got burned down made. To my understanding, they made this following a YouTube tutorial. I don't think they even ever finished it. Yeah, see, the beds are still outside, and I think the interior is just... yeah, it's unfinished. But this was the house that they were making. And then over here we have the chicken farm. Then, moving on through this gate, over here, we have our villager farm, and here's will retain more future prisoners. And the reason I call them future prisoners, oh, I guess now they'll all be deleted from existence, so maybe they don't get to be prisoners after all, is because this is our Arkham Asylum, where we keep all of our villagers who produce the good stuff. And hold on. I mean, we jokingly called it Arkham Asylum, but it honestly looks more like a prison from Skyrim, but whatever. And as you can see, it's divided into blocks. For example, that was the librarian block that we just walked through. Then over here, we have the new animal farm that we made. You never did get to populate it fully. It was very ambitious. And then the upstairs part that you can see up there is the new storage area that, again, never really, well, obviously an Enderman went through here. That never really got to be finished, but hey, at least it looks pretty. Let me just jump down. Then, if we follow the path around the prison, this was the kind of first lookout tower that we made after we decided on where the main gate was going to be. Oh, I should also say that both the shader and the resource pack that I'm using are going to be in the description of the video. But yeah, this is kind of like a lookout at the jungle over there, and that right there is the main gate. And actually, let's go to the main gate, or at least in its general direction. Over here is one of our water entrances, and this is our fishing hut. I should also go back around here to say we also have this like jungle wood ziggurat. This was a house that another friend made. I don't remember if this was the friend who burned down the house when they joined the server. Maybe. But yeah, this was their house, and as you can see, we just continued expanding farms everywhere. Then going down here, these were like the kind of pet houses that I wanted to pet pens that I wanted to make for all of the future pets that we were going to have. Never did get around to it. And here is the main gate that we made. Not really much to it other than looking cool. And then this was like a place where we make iron golems, like an armory, blacksmithy, forge. And then this part here is when I had a mental break, created a artificial hill, and then just started making random things. This is our shrine to Herobrine, because, I mean, you can't really have a successful base without that. And then right here is the adjacent church to support the shrine. This is where we actually pray. And then this is the second house that I made for myself. We'll come back to the interior soon. And then over here, a friend of mine, oh actually before that, this is the second nether portal that we ended up making. And then, now this tower here, its only function is to look cool and to be like another lookout point. And the story behind it is actually another friend of mine made their base here, but when I was making the island below, I didn't know that he had made the roof in a way so that he basically had like 20 creepers spawn in on the roof. And then when I just entered the base to see what it looked like from the inside, because I'd never been inside, the base blew up. Like, completely. It was 20 creepers exploding simultaneously. And then, as a way to say sorry, I made this tower for him. Though, after that, the only thing he actually used this tower for was to jump off the ramp into the water and nothing else. Oh, I just figured out I forgot to show you the floating island that we also have. It's fine, I can get back to it. Anyway, going back down the tower, if you'll just give me a second, we can now go into my main mansion. And you'll see that the main mansion actually has a little... I wouldn't really call it a secret, but... basically, another tower. This is supposed to be like my new enchantment tower, though I never did get around to moving everything from my old house into the new house. This was going to be like my private animal pen place, my storage and cooking area. And then if we go upstairs, you'll see that I have this like little private wheat farm, and this is the actual bedroom. But the secret that I mentioned is actually, if you continue going downstairs, I made an entire bamboo village. And that was supposed to be like our little pirate raiding camp where we keep the spoils of our adventures. And actually, what we could do now, there is one more base that exists. Also, if we turn left here, you can see the secondary bridge that connects the central part of the base over to the new part of the base. Now, this is where I wanted to come. Over here, we have our horse pens. And then if we go downstairs, this is another friend's base. This is actually the base that the friend made after I accidentally blew up his lookout tower. He made a secret underwater base, which looks really cool. I think most of the rooms have... God, this looks like a cult bedroom, but it doesn't matter. Yeah, he has... Yeah, that's an empty room. Where rooms does he got? Storage room. This is his kitchen place. Another storage room. Oh, there you go. And then for the, I guess, final part of the room tour, if we go past here, those are our melon farms. So that's the floating island, and the idea was that the well on the floating island is actually the water source of our fountain at the main square. So if I just go here, and this is the floating island. And to be completely honest, there isn't much to it. We just literally made it to look pretty. There isn't anything to really show in the interior. See, it's literally just an empty house. And that's about it. Maybe just to say a final goodbye. I can go back up to my
rich enchantment tower and sleep so that we can see it in daylight World War times.
Okay, and here we are. One last look around the old houses, the biomes, and the new kingdom over there. Yeah. So that was the server that we were playing on for like 2 or 3 months, I think. It's a world that I was really proud of when I saw how everything came together, and I really wanted to immortalize it. And I remember when I was a little kid, I would always watch these like world tour videos, and this seemed like an appropriate way to immortalize the server and to share it with others. And I hope you did enjoy this world tour. I'm now going to move on to my own little Minecraft Forever world that I'll be playing off and on again. And who knows, maybe one day I'll be doing a tour of that as well, but until then, thank you for watching this video, and don't forget to leave a like and subscribe.